Hello everyone, so today I'm gonna edit a couple more photos from my past few shoots. So let's get started, and I have opened my app previously. So I use VSCO from the iPhone, my iPhone 7 Plus. So this shot was with Lilia in the coffee shop style. I used the Sony A7 III for this one. For those of you who wanted to see more X-T3, stay tuned for my channel coming up. Because I recently shoot more with this one, so just stay tuned for the one that I'm using the other style. So I'm gonna use it sharpening, just show you how I edit, and then in general just like my past video. I previously did some retouching already, so I will put a link in the comment, just show you how I did the retouching in the phone. So I just did a little bit of retouching from my iPhone also, so I have some previous video to show also. So as you can see, I reduced the exposure a little bit and increased the contrast so that the black gets darker, and because the coffee shop vibes, it needs a darker style and created those mood coming out. So even I can adjust still a little bit darker. And you can see that my reflection is here. This is myself holding the camera right there, but it is very dark. It's hard to see for the viewer anyway, so it's not the main distraction right there, just a little bit, because the face is bright right now. So even I crop a little bit, it should be fine. And so I just crop out a little bit, make sure the head and the eyes are in the top third area, so you can even crop out like just my hand, just leave it there, is fine. It's not the main source of distraction right there. And I'm positioning to the head so that it is more comfortable cropping for me, and then I can raise the frame higher. So this looks pretty good to me, and it has darker tone. I use the HB2 for this one. Some of you even want darker, but I will stay not too dark, just a little bit, because this is very moody, very dark. But it depends on your feed. So what do you like? So this is the original, this is the edited version. So let me save. I will save in camera roll actual size for this one. So this is my first photo to edit, and then the next one, I'm just going through just like how I edit, and then I just speak about my thought process. So hopefully this will help a little bit. And let me see which one I will use. E6, a little bit too green for this one right now here, and I'm gonna adjust the highlight a little bit, increase the contrast, and then the tone still a little bit too green for me. I might just if it's too green, you can increase the temperature or just change up, because you can change the tint a little bit just from here so that it is not too green, or you can choose a different filter for here also. So you have different, so I can just do 20% right here, and then reduce exposure a little bit more. So, and then this looks pretty good to me, and then I slightly adjust the orientation. So that's the edit, and then save as the actual size. And next one, so this one a little bit too bright right off the back, and then I'm gonna reduce the exposure. And the base, I can, let me check. HB2 will be good for this one, so I'm gonna use HB2 because the orange stands out nicely on the wall. So I'm gonna use HB2, increase the sharpness a little bit more, and highlight save a little bit more. Still a little bit too bright. I'm gonna reduce the exposure a little bit more also. And 4:5 crop for Instagram, because the Instagram framing, so you choose 4:5 cropping. in here, and the leading lines are on the center right here. You can have a different crop like this also, so the leading line is leading to the head also, so you can based on your personal preference. So let me show you. I can save this one first, and then I can do a cropping closer together. So like this, cropping closer so that the leading lines from the right hand side leading to the head, so it's more concentrated in this side, so less distraction on the left side. And you can save as this one also, depending on your feed, how do you want to arrange the style. Okay, so the next one, so this one is more minimal in the background, and I will use the E6 for this one. Is too green for me. 1.9 on the scale. I'm gonna use more contrast, make the eye stand out more. You can see it's still a little bit too bright for me, and still have some green tint in here, so I just gonna do the tint a little bit. And there's a skin tone you can adjust from here also, so the right hand side is too green and then the left hand side is too red, so I can just reduce a little bit toward this side of the scale and increase the sharpness a little bit more, and then I can just adjust to 4:5 cropping right here. Let me adjust the 4:5, slightly tilt it a little bit, and then that's pretty much it. Slightly tilted 4:5. The right hand side is too much space, so I'm just gonna adjust a little bit. Still too bright a little. I just need to minus slightly difference. So let me see. It looks good for me. So I have another idea of the cropping also. So it's cropping closer. So let's see, to stand out of the eyes. Let's just do some experiment with this. So you can crop very close. Make sure the eyes are in the top third area, so that it creates a nice, like, compact, compressed impact to the viewer. So you can crop like this, so it's more concentrated to the eyes. So you can crop closer so that it's more powerful. So the next one, I'm gonna try the E6 again, but it's too green for 3.5 for this one. Actually, this one you can use the HB2 also. So let me try the HB2. HB2 is more street style with the brown in it, and you can do the highlight save, and then sharpness, and then the contrast, and the balance, white balance. You can, if you want colder, more suitable to your feed, you can just reduce the cold to the cold side of the scale. And this is my editing tutorial, just for the a lot of people ask for the preset. I'm just using a VSCO for casual editing. Most of my edit lasts like 2 minutes per photo. So, and then the next one is another coffee shop. So the coffee shop style, I always like to use HB2 or E5 for this, and then it's too bright, and you can see my shadow, I mean my reflection on the left hand side. That's fine, because the face is much brighter than my outfit. For those of you, just one tip, if you're shooting through the window, make sure you wear black outfit so that the reflection is not too obvious through the in the window. And also there's a white car reflection right here, so I tilted the camera so that the face is not directly, the white car reflection is not directly on top of the face. So these are the two tips I can give for the window portraits. And I'm gonna crop out the top sky so that everything is nice and in the same tone in the background. So you can see still a little bit slightly, so I'm gonna reduce a little bit more, just like that. And still too bright on the face. I'm gonna reduce and increase the sharpness a little bit. So this is my editing process from here to here. Sometimes I still feel like still can be, but if it's too dark, based on your feed, if your feed is very moody, you can make it very dark also. So let me save as the actual size for this one. So these are my thought process. Oh, there's still a couple more, so I'm just gonna continue the video, and I think I still have like 4 more, but because I want to say my thought process when I'm editing. So this shot was shot when there's a bus outside passing by, so I took the opportunity to get the bus in the frame because the bus has nice yellow lines to create a different variety of the color as well, to add to the mix of variety of the color. So I'm gonna crop slightly the edge a little bit, make sure to position her to the right hand side of the third area, and the face is still too bright to me, and I'm gonna reduce the highlight safe a little bit even more, and the contrast make it darker, and then make it sharper in here. For some reason it's still very bright, so this is a lot bright. So when I was shooting, probably the exposure, it was very bright, so I can zoom in a little bit more, so the more focus on the eyes. So these are my thought process. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more, so even more focus and impact on the eyes and the viewer when they first look at the picture. So just feel like whenever it's comfortable, and then yeah, that feels comfortable to me. Sometimes I have to go outside and then come back, just look from far just to see. Okay, the next one, just one more time for those of you who want to know how I do a retouching, just go to the link below. I will have a retouching video link of my previous retouching using iPhone also. So this one I use the HB tool because it's indoor and then it has brown. I'm gonna increase the contrast, adjust the tone, increase the sharpness a little bit. So because the next couple one is the similar environment, I'm gonna just save it and then do a copy and paste for the edits. So let me slightly move up a little bit, and then I can save one like this and then save another one with the full width, with the full width for the Instagram story, so that because the Instagram story is a different cropping, so I'm gonna just save the Instagram story one. Sometimes nice like long vertical photos is nice for Instagram story. So I'm gonna just save this edit. So let me save, copy edit, and then paste to here because it's similar. It might be too dark, sometimes it's different lighting, so I increased a little bit. That's pretty much good, and I'm gonna save as an actual size for this one. And then I'm gonna do a 4x5 Instagram crop, slightly cropping because the eye direction from the right to left, so leave more room on the left hand side than the right hand side because of the direction of the eyes looking at. So the principle is whenever the eyes looking at which side, give more room on the eyes. So this one has a similar environment. Let me add that touch to it and increase a little bit more of the highlight as well. So I like the whole atmosphere of the coffee shop style, and I think the warm tone will suit it more better. I use the gray card for the white balance as well because it creates a nice color. So, and the last one is the laughing one, so let me adjust the color a little bit So the laughing one, I might just make it brighter because it's laughing. It's a nice vibrant energy. So I can reduce slightly a little bit more. Okay. So that's it. That's all my edits today. Thank you so much for staying with me in all these edits. I think these are 10 photos I have edited. Thank you so much for watching and your support. Stay tuned for more video coming up. Bye.